External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar will represent India at today's virtual BRICS Leaders Summit convened by Brazilian President Lula de Silva. The meeting comes as India and other emerging economies confront the impact of US tariffs, which have disrupted trade flows and heightened economic uncertainty. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will not participate in the summit, a move seen as a calculated diplomatic gesture. With India preparing to assume the BRICS presidency next year, New Delhi is asserting its leadership and shaping the agenda to strengthen cooperation amongst major emerging economies. The summit takes place against sweeping US tariffs. India faces penalties over its continued purchases of discounted Russian crude oil, while Brazil is targeted over developments related to trial of former President Jair Bolsonaro. These measures threaten key sectors such as energy, agriculture, and manufacturing, forcing emerging economies to coordinate more closely on trade responses. The meeting follows recent interactions at the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit in Tianjin, where PM Modi met with Chinese President Xi Jinping and Russian President Vladimir Putin. The optics have drawn attention from Washington, with US President Donald Trump claiming in a post on Truth Social that US had lost India and Russia to the deepest, darkest China. He later clarified, saying that while he disagreed with India's oil purchases from Russia, India and United States share a special relationship and he remains friends with Prime Minister Modi.
I've been very disappointed that India would be buying so much oil, as you know, from Russia. And I let them know that. We put a very big tariff on India, 50% tariff, very high tariff. I get along very well with Modi, as you know. He's great. He was here a couple of months ago.
And are you ready to reset relations with India at this point?
I always will. I'll always be friends with Modi. He's great. Prime Minister, he's great. I'll always be friends, but I just don't like what he's doing at this particular moment. But India and the United States have a special relationship. There's nothing to worry about. We just have moments on occasion.
Brazil, meanwhile, has sought to frame the summit as a platform for cooperation rather than confrontation. President Lula emphasized discussions on multilateralism, trade disruptions, and shared economic resilience rather than issuing statements targeting the United States. For India, the summit is both a test and an opportunity. It allows New Delhi to strengthen ties with emerging powers, coordinate on trade challenges, and demonstrate leadership ahead of its upcoming BRICS presidency, while continuing to preserve strategic autonomy in relations with Western partners. Discussions are expected to focus on reducing the impact of trade barriers, strengthening cooperation among developing countries, and support fair global trade rules, especially as tariffs and trade disputes grow. With US tariffs affecting both Brazil and India, today's BRICS summit is expected to focus on easing the impact of Trump's tariff, coordinating trade policies among member countries, strengthening economic cooperation, and supporting fair rules based on international trade. We will continue following this story closely. Stay tuned to Money Control for latest global updates. Thank you for watching.